really not even, I mean, this is again not at all recycling, which is in the end quite wasteful in the context of electronics. And so, where did, because obviously this, as you said, is very uncommon here, where did the idea for doing this come from?
Right. Well, certainly the biggest inspiration came from living in Kenya and engaging with the informal sector there. People working in the IT informal sector, repairers. I met one wonderful repairer, Ephraim Gali, in working in central Nairobi, fixing mobile phones since 2001, and he started sharing a lot of his stories and how he was very surprised that people in the UK wouldn't be so interested in it. And he said something very wise, that this can create jobs and keep you busy. And that got me thinking, because we waste an immense amount of resources, and we generate a lot of environmental environmental disasters as a byproduct of that. And at the same time, a lot of people are jobless, are struggling, and skills are no longer available within communities. And so there's clearly a space, like a void, that needs to be filled. And why not trying by sharing technical skills in an engaging way, so that it kind of demystifies some of the fear around some of them. But what was most important in Kenya, I remember one day I was walking through one of the informal settlements, and there was something that struck me, and I will never be able to forget it ever again. Someone on the side of the street was selling very, very beat up power extension cord that was rusty and clearly had been fixed more than once, and he had had so many different lives before. And that product was still resold in the street, and that was just like a revelation for me, because it really made me think about how we are often filled with a culture of upgrading when something doesn't look that good anymore, but it still can be fixed, or at times it just is a cosmetic problem. And it made me reflect and try to translate this into something that would have a European and North American audience as well. But so ultimately it's funny, because I went to Kenya to work in ICT for development, so how can different information communication technologies be appropriated by rural and semi-rural populations for improving their skills. And ultimately what I found out was that there was a massive amount that can be learned and should be learned by people in the north of the world about the resilience and the least wasteful way of enjoying and appropriating objects that people in Kenya and other countries in the region enjoy and are masters at.
Yeah, fantastic. So how are you going to spread that though here? Because obviously it's great you've started, you've now got these parties that are happening, people are getting to hear. How do you spread that into a wider community? How do you bring it to offices and businesses? How do you engage more people? Both here and in other countries, if you're involved.
Restart is still in its early stages. However, we are receiving a lot of interest both from communities and from more established organizations. Now, of course, the challenge is to make sure that we can grow in a sustainable way, which means to not just create opportunities for people to engage in community events, but also ultimately to provide more new value to repairers. So repairers that are primarily people that come to our events, but also others that we don't know of as of yet. So the idea is not just to create such events, but also we are in the process of designing an online platform where communities will be able to map their repair experiences, where the repair options closer to their community are. And repairers that join our network will have a chance to promote their work and be reviewed independently by people that need repairs. So ultimately, it's not just about creating community, although that's a big aspect of it, but also creating better, easier opportunities for people that have skills to market their skills and to reduce waste by creating new green jobs around repair and reuse of products. We're starting with electronic products because there's a massive amount of need, and at the moment with the multiplication of smartphones, tablets and other gadgets, we are really seeing a situation where people are overwhelmed with the amount of stuff they have, and often can't keep up in making sure that they're all fixed and running for enough time. I was just in a shop yesterday in central London, and what struck me, I had to take a picture, was an advertise for a tablet. It was just brand new tablet, and the advertisement was not about the tablet but was about the service that the shop was trying to sell, which was, we'll give you a new tablet in no more than 2 years from now. So the idea is the tablet, after 2 years, it will be gone, like to be disposed of. That's insane, we think. And that whole culture needs to shift gradually, and it involves community, behavior change, and as well as corporations. I think we believe that there's a lot of potential in connecting corporations and other smaller companies with the concepts of repair. And so repair parties or repair events could potentially be hosted within companies. If companies are interested, they can engage with us, and we could pilot. We're in the process of piloting some of these formats where we could help redesign the way things are done by using the metaphor of repair and reuse, and see how that can apply in all kinds of industries.
Great. Ugo, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.